It's close. It's very close. What's up, guys? So obviously I'm back here to do some work on the Transit. You may have seen a Jeep video. I'm not sure which one is going to go out first, but I'm working on the Jeep as well, so it's going to be a busy week ahead. It's mainly just buttoning up all the bits and pieces on this. Got the exhaust, fresh water tank, and what was the other thing? Oh, fuel gauge sender sorted out in the previous videos, along with the rims, which I'm still digging on. I really do like them. The paint is actually, it's calmed down a little bit now. It's had almost 2 weeks to dry, and because it was a little bit too bright to begin with, and I was like, but it's I don't know how well it's showing up on camera, because it really did pop on camera the last time, but yeah, it's toned down just nicely there, and yeah, I really do like it. But yes, there's just lots of little things to do on this, and yeah, so that is basically the priority, is just get as many little things done on here as possible and get it ready for the MOT. It's now, what is it, about the 19th, 20th of March. I would like this ready by the end of March. I've got basically 6 days, 2 days on the Jeep and 4 days on this, and then I've got to leave again. So not a lot of time, but we'll just have to see what we can get done. Ideally, I want this in for MOT before the end of the month, but you know how things work out. They don't always go to plan. In fact, they rarely go to plan, so what am I saying? Anyway, that's the theory. I won't say a plan. So yeah, let's get this camera put to one side and figure out exactly what I'm going to do. Well, this actually looks worse than it is. It's nothing major here, but I'm ready to lock down the rims now, and yeah, I mean, basically everything's done under there. So what I am doing is got the adapters off. I'm going to do one wheel at a time basically, but I'm going to go around, clean each of the threads on here, pop the adapter on, and then I'll hit it with the Loctite. I'll hit it with Loctite thread lock, red, like the heavy duty stuff, and torque everything down correctly. Now, I had started doing this last week, but long story short, I moved the van and I ran over the little bottle, so I only got a couple of the wheels done. So I'm you know, it's like, you know what, it was an older bottle. I've got a new one here today. I may as well go around, redo them. It's all got brand new thread lock on, and I'm happy with it, and blah blah blah, you know how it goes. I just want to make sure that these are all locked down. Torque setting for the adapters is 60, so well, 60 to 65, so I'll set it about 62. So I'll go around, just redo everything, then I'm 100% sure about it. I have found the little adapter for the lock and wheel nuts. It was actually in the box with the lock and wheel nuts. For some reason I couldn't see it the other day when I was here, but whatever. Anyway, I've got that, so all the rims will be put back on, and the Loctite will be put on the nuts as well. So everything will be nicely secured, and that'll make me happy. As I said in the previous video, I've done this many times before. I've never had an issue with it, so you know, it's tried and tested. I'll do it again. So yeah. Anyway, let's get on with it. Well, that's them done. That's all the rims done. I'm happy with them. But I have done something else as well. If you recall, when I put the centre console in, I had a problem with the gear lever, the shifter, hitting the centre console. Well, I decided to take a look at the other shifter that I had. Basically, what I was going to do is, I was going to take the other shifter, heat it up, put a slight bend in it, or reduce the actual bend in it, and put it in and call it good. However, when I actually pulled the shifter out, I realised it was different from the one I had installed in the van. Now, the actual mechanism where it fits onto the transmission was exactly the same, but it had a slightly different rake to it. So, when I put it in second gear, you can see it's quite a distance, and obviously it doesn't hit the dashboard or anything, you know. So yeah. Now I think what has happened is this. You know, there's several LDVs around here. Well, back when I first started this, one of the LDVs, the grey and red truck that you sometimes see kicking about in the background, that was having the engine and transmission replaced in it. Now, it had originally had a Ford, what do they call them, TDDI? I think that's them. It's basically it's the direct injected turbo diesel. It's not the TDCI. It was the earlier one. And similar to I had with Cesspit, there was a problem with the computer and could not get the computer to communicate with the injectors. So there was another LDV, actually the white one that I use for storage. It had the Ford 2.5 diesel in it, MT75 transmission, and they were pulled out. Now, a lot of the bits were stored in the back of the white van along with bits for this. And I think what has happened is that the gear levers have gotten mixed up. And I think I ended up with the direct injected transmission. I forget what the transmission is in that. Is it a MT80 or something? MT82, something like that? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I think that's the gear lever I had installed in this. The actual mounting on the shaft's identical. And it just had a much deeper rake in it because it is actually a different length from the MT75. So when fitted in the LDV, they kind of raked it a bit more to, basically, I think get it away from the dashboard or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, that's what I think has happened. Now, I've gone through all the gear levers and I've actually looked at the one in the LDV and they're all stamped Ford. So, you know, it is a Ford. They're all Ford gear levers basically. And so anyway, yeah, I've installed this one and it works great. So I was always a little bit curious because that other one did seem to come a lot further back than I recall. So anyway, it works. Don't have to get the gas axe out and start heating gear sticks up and bending them and what have you. So yeah. Right, my next thing on this, this is going to be one of those videos where it's just little bits and pieces. So the next thing on this is going to be, I'm going to finish off some of the interior. I'm going to move the van away from here, get it further down into the yard. I do actually have to run it to town for a couple of bits, but yeah, I'm going to just get everything buttoned up, that's where we are right now. It's just finishing tasks like the glove box over there. I've got the latch to adjust on it. I mean, obviously everything needs to be tidied up. There's an air vent for the stove that needs to be installed. The stove, the fridge, the rest of the electrical systems inside the actual living quarters, that all needs to be finished off. The sockets to be put in back there. So there's still work to be done, but we're there with the actual van itself. Everything's working really good on it. So let me get this moved away from the door, because I'm actually going to move it into the sunshine, because it's in the shade here at the moment and it's noticeably different. So I'm going to move it out into the yard. Plus there's more space, because obviously there's loads of junk down here, which we are going to be clearing out soon. But yeah, let me get this moved back out into the yard, and yeah, we'll start, well, figuring out what we're going to get up to. Well, that escalated. Well, so much for moving over here into the sunshine. This is kind of, let's just say it's put a dent in my plans. Good grief. Yeah, I've just realised I've just left had a panel over there to cut, and I've just realised it's now nice and wet. Wow, thank you, English weather. Actually, I didn't see any of this in the forecast. That last time I checked, it said sunny with occasional showery intervals, and it was like 5% chance of rain or something like that. Yeah, nobody mentioned anything about hail. And ghostly wind. Ah well, keeps life interesting. Right. So, question is, can I get back to it, or should I wait another moment? Or better still, should I go inside, make a cup of coffee and a sandwich? Yeah. I think I'm going to risk it. I need to get things moving along. Well, it's stopped again. This day does not know what to do with itself. We've had wind, we've had rain, we've had snow, we've had hail. Now it's sunny again. Let's see what I can get done before the next will be a tornado or something blows in. So, having a bit of a change round in here. Basically, I didn't like the one door system that I had on this cabinet here, so I've kind of scrapped that idea and I've gone with a double door setup. So yeah, I think they look better. They don't take up as much space either when you open them into the cabin. Other thing I've been doing is I still need to anchor this bit up here, because everything's anchored down around the floor and everything, but this has a little bit of a jiggle to it. So what I've done is I've made a bracket, and what have I done with the bracket? Okay. Oh, wait a minute, I think he's over here. There he is. So basically, I'll show you, it's going to be easier. At least we've had no more friggin' hail and rain and snow and all of that. So this guy will basically, get him the right way around, he will kind of fit in there, kind of like that, and that there, he'll be retained right there. So that'll guess I didn't need that anyway. Let's just put him in there so I don't lose him. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is flip those doors over, paint the other side. I'm doing the insides white, and just there's just little bits and pieces around here that I want to get finished up, so I'm just, you know, dodging about here and there. And this is what I was talking about earlier. It's lots of little pieces. Like, there's no like big project. It's like just little areas here and there, and I want to get this sorted out. I'm not going to get the sink or the rest of the wiring done today because the day is moving on. It's getting on for, I think it's about 3:30 now, so there isn't a lot of time left on the day, and this is my last day here. I'm going home tomorrow, then I'll be back probably sometime next week, so I don't even know if I've got enough footage on this yet to put a video together, so this could be part of a yeah, so this could end up being just a side note in a longer video. I may actually end up back here shooting some more footage of doing bits and pieces before I edit it all together. So same with the Jeep, had the same thing with the Jeep yesterday. Just worked on it to a certain point, and I don't even know if there's enough footage there yet to put a video together. Do have a couple of reviews coming up. Bought a new spray gun. I will be doing a review on that in about a week or so. Also got another little project that I've kind of been, it's been on the sidelines, but I've got all the bits now, so you know, might be something that could be interesting. Then again, it could be a complete failure, who knows. Anyway, that's later on. Let me just put this down, get these doors painted. I'd like to get them on tonight, but depends on how long this paint's going to take to dry. So yeah, let's get things moving. Well, that's them fitted. I mean, I've still got to have latches fitted yet, but these work a lot better. Anyway, I know, I don't know what they're showing up like on camera, but they're not finished. It's got a base coat on. It needs to be sanded smooth, and then it'll have a second coat of paint. But as I said, right now I'm kind of circling that time to pack up, so I just wanted to put them on, and I'll finish them off when I come back. Okay, so there she is. She's now nicely fitted in and nice and solid there now. So I did go and give these doors a second coat, which is feeling quite nice and silky there now. I have got a problem though. The curtain rail that goes around this door, I, for the life of me, cannot find curtain hooks for it. I had some off the old one, and to be honest, they were just at the point where they were just brittle and everything was just breaking away. But what was that? Anyway, this one here, for whatever reason, they no longer seem to make them that thick, like that depth. They're kind of like that. So I'm going to have to try and source another curtain rail, and which is a shame. This one's, you know, it fits well. It doesn't drop below the edge of the door, and it would just be perfect, but that's the way it goes. Anyway, I also had to open my mouth talking about how beautiful of a day this was. It's raining again, so yeah. Oh well, whatever. Well, yeah, this has turned out to be a very short video, and I do apologise for that, but it's been, I've only been here a few days. I was just doing a little bit on this, a little bit on the Jeep. Obviously today has been, you know, quite the extravaganza with the weather. I mean, good grief, we've had wind, rain, snow, hail, and now it's actually a really, really nice evening. And the sun's out, it's quite warm, it's really pleasant. Wish it had been like this all day. I would have gotten a lot more done, but you know, unfortunately not. And I wouldn't care. I was going to put the van in the workshop this morning, and it was like, nah, I'll just work outside. It's the forecast was for a reasonable day, and because the Chevy's in there at the moment, I could have just popped her out, but I didn't, so you know, you suffer the consequences. Anyway, there we have it. That's it for now. Very short video. Again, do apologise. Hopefully we'll have more next time. So yeah, there you go. Take care. Come back and see me sometime. Have a good one.